In this video, we are going to add numbers in other bases than 10. So let's start with the first example. Let's add 1, 4, 3 in base 5 with 1, 3, 2 in base 5. So let's remember that base 5 means digits 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we cannot have 5 as an answer in base 5 because 5 from base 10 is actually equal to, let me show you what in base 5. So if we take 5 and we divide it by 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1, 1 times 5 is 5, we subtract, we get remainder 0. Now if we take this quotient 1, this quotient of 1, and we divide it by 5, well, 5 in 1 goes 0 times. 0 times 5 is 0. We subtract and we get remainder 1. If we read these remainders from right to left, it gives us 1, 0 in base 5. So 5 in base 10 is equal to 1, 0 in base 5. And how did we do that? Well, by doing long division. So we divide the 5 that we started with by 5, which is the base. We recorded the quotient and we recorded the remainder. Then we took this quotient, here, the 1, and we used it here to divide by 5 again. Every time we get the quotient to be 0, we stop. So the next thing that we did was to record the remainders from right to left. So 1, 0. So now having this information, let's start our first addition. So 1, 4, 3 in base 5 plus 1, 3, 2 in base 5. We are adding the same way we would add in base 10. So we start here. So 3 plus 2, it's 5. But in base 5, right, we just talked about it, 5 that we got, 3 plus 2, it's 5 in base 10. So 5 in base 10, it's actually 1, 0 in base 5. So we record the 0 and we write the 1 here. 1 plus 4, it's 5, plus 3, it's 8. So 8 in base 10, because these operations that we did were in base 10. So 8 in base 10 is equal to what in base 5? So to do that, we go 8 divided by 5. 5 goes into 8 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract, we get remainder 3. Now we take this 1, the quotient that we got, and we divide it by 5 again. So 5 into 1 goes 0 times. 0 times 5 it's 0. Subtract, remainder 1. So now we copy the remainders from right to left. So 8 in base 10, it's actually 1, 3 in base 5. So going back to our addition, we record 3 and we move over 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1, it's 3. And that is a digit in base 5. So the answer to this addition is 330 in base 5. Let's do another example. Let's add 132 in base 5 with 434 in base 5. So when we add 2 plus 4, we get 6. So 6 in base 10 is equal to what in base 5? So to do that, I'm going to do 6 divided by 5. 5 into 6 goes 1 time. 1 times 5, it's 5. Subtract, we get remainder 1. Now we take this 1, the quotient, and we divide it by 5 again. And 5 into 1 goes 0 times. 0 times 5 is 0. Subtract, we get 1. So when we copy the remainders from right to left, we get that 6 in base 10, it's 1, 1 in base 5. So we put 1 here and we move over 1. 1 plus 3, it's 4, plus 3, it's 7. So now 7 in base 10 is what in base 5? Well, if we think about it, if 6 in base 10 was 11 in base 5, 7 in base 10 is going to be 1, 2 in base 5. But let me double check that. So 7 divided by 5, 5 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 5, it's 5. Subtract, we get 2. Now this one is the new divisor, so dividend. So 1 divided by 5, it's 0. 0 times 5, it's 0. Subtract 1. So when we copy the remainders from right to left, we get exactly the 1, 2 that we anticipated. So we put here 2 and we move over 1. 1 plus 1 plus 4, it's 6. And we already computed 6 in base 10, which is 1, 1 in base 5. So the answer to the addition is 1, 1, 2, 1. And finally, let's do one more example. 6, 3, 4 in base 7 plus 4, 3, 4 in base 7. So we start here. 4 plus 4, it's 8. So let's see, 8 in base 10 is equivalent to what in base 7? So 8 divided by 7. 7 goes into 8 one time. 1 times 7, it's 7. Subtract, we get remainder 1. Now 1 divided by 7, it's 0. 0 times 7, it's 0. Subtract 1. So if we copy the remainders this way, we get 1, 1 in base 7. So we write 1 and we move over 1. 1 plus 3, it's 7. So 7 in base 10, it's actually 1, 0 in base 7. But I'm going to show you why that is by dividing 7 by 7. So 7 divided by 7, it's 1. 1 times 7, it's 7. Remainder 0. And then 1 divided by 7, right, this one. 1 divided by 7, it's 0. 0 times 7 is 0. Subtract 1. So when we copy the remainders from right to left, we get 1, 0 in base 7. So we put 0 here and move over 1. 1 plus 6 plus 4, that is 11. So 11 in base 10 is what in base 7? So 11 divided by 7. 7 goes in 11 one time. 1 times 7, it's 7. Subtract 4. 1 divided by 7, it's 0. 0 times 7, it's 0. Subtract 1. If we copy it from right to left, we get 1, 4. So we put 1, 4, 0, 1 in base 7. And I decided to give you one more, actually a very easy one. 1, 0, 1, 1 in base 2 plus 1, 0, 0 in base 2. Well, actually 1 plus 0 is 1, so we put 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, so we put 1. 0 plus 1 is 1, so we put 1, and then we copy the 1 from here. So actually here we didn't have to make any transformations or conversions because we got the digits that are in base 2.